Hi, and welcome to Chapter 14, Speaking to Inform. Here's where we're going. We're going to discuss types of informative presentations, strategies for organization and clarity, strategies for making your presentation more interesting and memorable. So here are some big categories for informative presentation topics. You can consider giving a speech about objects, procedures, people, events, or ideas. Here's some considerations for presentations about procedures. Consider using the teach method. Tell or describe what you want the audience to know. Example, show them a specific example and illustration. Apply, allow them time to apply that skill that you've shown and described. Coach, provide positive coaching. And help learning by correcting mistakes as you see them happening. Another important consideration is conducting a needs assessment. In conducting a needs assessment, be sure to identify the means of assessing needs and implement the needs assessment. Be sure to identify topics. Specify topics all members need and specify topics some members need. There's no doubt that you've been to meetings where your needs were not properly assessed. In other words, they addressed only topics that some members needed, but no topics that all members needed. Be sure to consider writing training objectives that meet these three criteria. Make sure that they're measurable, specific, and attainable. Here are some considerations for presentations about ideas. Consider organizing presentations about ideas in this way. You could have your first main point to be the definition, and then two subpoints supporting that definition. And your second big main point could be three different branches of that idea. Here are some presentation strategies that will help you with clarity. Be sure to simplify ideas. Pace your information flow. Relate new information to information that you've already covered. Here's where we're going next. We're going to discuss how to relate to listeners, how to use attention-catching support material, how to establish a motive for your audience to listen, how to use word pictures, how to create interesting presentation aids, and how to use humor appropriately. So first, be sure to relate to your listeners' interests. When orchestrating your stories, consider activity and movement. We're more likely to listen to a story that's action-packed. Consider issues and events that are close to the audience. Consider the clash of ideas. Consider stories that pit one side against another. Remember that one of the critical ingredients of any drama is conflict. Use attention-catching support material. Use definitions. Describe the big picture through analogies and metaphors. Answer the classic reporter questions of who, what, when, where, why, and how. Establish a motive for your audience to listen to you. Ask questions with relevance. Capture their attention with a startling statistic or anecdote, and motivate them to listen.